Hey guys, quick disclaimer, my game sounds were not recording for these clips, so I am so sorry about that. I had the wrong audio source selected, so just forgive me. Anyways, along with the video. Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Emmy. Today we are back on our Forever World, and unfortunately my footage for an episode that I already had recorded and edited got corrupted. I can never win. It always has to be something. But I'll kind of show you what I did. I really just built up our little village that we've been working on, and I just gathered a lot of resources, and I gathered something else that I really want to focus on for this video, as well as finishing detailing some of the buildings over yonder that I'm about to show you. So as we will look over here, I've built this up. So if you follow my Instagram or TikTok, which you should, I have been trying to be a little bit more active on those platforms. I took a break from posting shorts and stuff, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I've just been really busy. But I posted kind of update pictures because we've hit over 200 days on this world. Let me show you. We have 242 days, and I think we got the happy gas on our 200th day. But let me go show you kind of what I did over here. So as you'll see, I built our little town up. So this is like a catfish build right now, but I want to work on doing this part with you guys today. So that's kind of what I have in store. I had to test out a lot of block palettes. So this was actually originally light blue, but I just really did not like it. And I added red at one point and then orange, and I just stuck with the orange. It might be changed later on just because it's like double orange, but I really don't mind it for right now. But this is kind of the current color palette I'm working with. So we have our super smelter, and it's definitely a little bit crammed in here, but it gets like what I need to do so I can load the stuff and then just take the stuff out, which means that this door over here is definitely like an unuseful door. It's a decoration door. That's a mouthful to say. But I really love this, and I really liked the detailing. This one took me honestly the longest to do just because I wasn't sure what to do. But I'm glad I figured it out because I'm super happy with the results. And I did some paving. I also had a lot of trial and error with this, but I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. But I want to work on doing some more detailing on the back just because I don't like that there. It was definitely more of a filler kind of moment. This obviously needs to be worked upon, but for here and like this stuff, I just don't like it. I just don't, okay? Here's the other builds that I have. Like I said, these just lead to our iron farm, so it doesn't really matter where we go. This is like supposed to be the same building, but I like how I differentiated the size of it. Like it almost looks like it's two separate ones, but it's like really the same. Almost like an apartment. Like this is one apartment, this is another apartment. I definitely need more work done on here because it's just a little bit too boring for my liking. Now I'm about to open my inventory and kind of show you the surprise that I got off camera, but on camera I have a sniffer egg. Now I've never really worked with the sniffer before just because it was always kind of tedious to do, but I want to maybe make a little sniffer area today or even in the next episode. It just kind of depends on, oh my gosh, when I get done. I also have some coral and whatnot. I probably got sea pickles too at some point, but I don't know if I actually grabbed them or not. But I'm going to I'm going to probably start building at least the sides of this up and maybe make even some more buildings around the side of these. I'm going to kind of see how it goes. I don't really have any ideas of how I'm going to do this. I might honestly make this one up to here and then maybe bring one out a little bit. I'm not sure. We're gonna test some things. I'm also gonna go to sleep. Oh, I do have sea pickles right there. And one more thing before we begin. Thank you guys for all of the support on all of my recent videos. And I know it took me a little bit to start posting again because I was having so many technical errors and I was just very busy with making content, planning content, and just like some life things. So I really appreciate for all of you that stuck around. And if you're not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe as well as like and leave a comment. It's always appreciated. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to building. Okay guys, I've been doing, a good chunk of the actual building part. I'm now processing that I completely didn't do one of the sides, but I'm a little over it right now. Let me kind of show you what I did. So I added some like depth with these because it just felt super stale, and I'm kind of upset that I did this whole thing yellow. I might completely demolish it off camera. So the one unfortunate thing is this has to be an open back because we can't cover this. At least I don't know if we can until a certain height because iron golems won't spawn. That's alright. And I don't think it looks that bad, but it's like if you go kind of from this angle, you can definitely tell that there is nothing on that side. That kind of sucks, but eventually I'm going to put buildings behind this and I think it will be fine. So I'm not really worried about it right now. That's for the future to figure out how to position that stuff. But I remembered I got some coral. So originally this was like a little bucket of leaves, but I kind of wanted to tie the yellow in. So sorry I'm talking so fast. I had caffeine and I had like matcha for the first time in a while. I'm a big matcha girly, okay? But like that caffeine, like it hit me all of a sudden and I'm like ready to go. I still have yet to do too much on this. I just don't really know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to kind of have these heights. So I'm a big symmetrical but asymmetrical builder. I would like to say, like, obviously a lot of this stuff is asymmetrical, but it's like on purpose. Like you see these doors, like they're not centered right here, but they're still centered with something. I just like the way that that looks. Not everyone likes that. Some people despise it, some people love it. That's just how I build. I like to try to keep things that are asymmetrical at least in line with something, because then it makes your eyes kind of go upwards too, in my opinion. It's kind of like shadowing and like shading and stuff. Even if you're creating gradients, you want darker on the bottom, lighter on the top, because it pulls your eyes up. Like this. These windows are intentionally sized incorrectly, but with the cauldrons, I feel like my eyes look up and over because I'm like, oh wait, this window is this way, and it makes me want to look downwards too. I don't know. That's my little rambling. Or even like just doing this type of stuff. Like it's still in line here through the middle, and with this bush, like I meticulously place grass. Like I'm one of those people. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But like I said, I like to at least have something in line with each other. Like this lantern, it's not really in line with anything, but at the same time, that's okay because it's nice to have a little bit of something not in there, because then it's not all like cookie cuttery. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not good at explaining things. I just kind of do what I think looks good. I feel like I need to fill these with water. Let's do that quick. And then we could even go to the crazy person level on leveling the buckets. What one would I want? I feel like, I don't know. I just think that's fun. But like even these cauldrons are lined up with either the window or the trapdoors. Because I'm just weird like that, okay? Well, let's go to bed because I have been rearranging my lights. But look how pretty the firefly lights are. Aren't they gorgeous? I really need to find a lush cave for a spore blossom, but that's for another time. Editing Emmy here. I am saving you from a 40-minute yap of me trying to be inspirational, but it was just me repeating the same 3 sentences over and over. But all I did was finish and tweak some of the detailing on our builds, and I built our pathway as well as spruced up the terrain around it. You can thank me later. Okay, I won't lie, I kind of forgot what I was doing, but I do have a plan because this is a different day I'm filming. But I know we've been working on the pathways over here, but I also would like to work on the pathways over there. I'm not really sure what color palette I want to use because we are kind of at a different vibe over here. I don't think the tuff, I definitely want to do something more natural. I'm honestly thinking maybe doing the podzol. I just don't have a silk touch shovel to where it's gonna be fun to do this. I'm gonna go quickly collect this and I'll see you guys after. Okay, I stupidly just disenchanted my shovel, but you know what, it's okay. Anyways, I didn't grab all of it just because I didn't want to waste all of this. Although I do have mending on it. I didn't realize I had mending. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna go back to doing this then. Alrighty, I have the podzol. Okay, I know we have a bit of a granite pathway over here, and this house is kind of in like the worst spot imaginable. I almost want to move it, but there's really nowhere to move it. And I couldn't be bothered to do that right now. But I think if I just use the power of using my shovel, it won't be too bad. I'm doing some terrain stuff. Yeah, because we can kind of just wrap this around like so and do something like that. And we can connect our farm to, we can also connect up to our house. Like we can do a lot with this idea, but I also want to go figure out what I want to actually do the pathway with. I definitely want to do it a little bit more simple than what we're doing over here, even if I just do a mix of podzol and path blocks and maybe some occasional coarse dirt. But I just don't feel like I need a whole separate actual paving way. Let's go and just test out this little combo. I think this is definitely gonna be an annoying squeeze unless I wrap the path around this way, which, I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. It just would be kind of annoying to have to maneuver. We're just doing a lot of updating in the world. That will be kind of how I'm explaining everything. I couldn't really figure out the words. But we're just doing a lot of updating and mundane things that are fun at the same time. But let's go test this out. I think that this will be nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this around and I will catch up with you guys after. All right, the pathway is practically done. I just need to do, you know, the evident decor. Now, I'm very happy because podzol, you know, we can put mushrooms on it. I don't know if I'll do the red ones. I think I might have to go to a dark oak forest. I think it's over here somewhere. Yep. I also was kind of realizing that podzol spreads, but hopefully it won't be unbearable. I don't think it would honestly be that much of a problem if it spread. I think it would look nice over here. But I do have, you know, like the occasional little flowers to place, maybe potential leaves around. I don't know if the leaves will be spawning just because there's no wood near them, but I think kind of adding them will have a nice little touch. Although I do want like the pathway to, you know, still stay open enough to where you can just kind of walk and it looks more of like a bush than like a fence. Like it looks more like bushes more than a fence, if that makes sense. I think I'm gonna also kind of go underneath really quickly and put some firefly lights down. We also need to get rid of these torches because I am sick of looking at them. We need to make some lanterns, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna just do something really simple for right now. Potentially just like a fence or a wall with a lantern on top. I like this a lot, actually. Also was almost tempted to do something with lily pads in here, like maybe do this on the occasional little step. I don't know how much I like this though, but we can test it out, and if I don't like it, I'll just get rid of it. Now, I definitely want to work on this area as well, but I'm not really sure what I should do. So let me know. I'm thinking potentially spruce floor. That's probably what will end up happening because you guys know me, I love me some spruce, but I don't think I'm going to do that today just because, I don't know, I'm just not sure. But let me know if I should do spruce down here. Either spruce or birch to kind of tie that together. Or if it's a completely different block, let me know. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. It was definitely a little bit more of a chill vibe, I think. And it looks like there's a huge mine shaft underneath us. Not to cheat, but oh, there definitely is. Maybe in the next episode we'll do that. Who knows? Probably not. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what your favorite part was. Feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. I'm going to be trying to post 2 times a week, potentially at least just one. I'm going to at least post once a week every Friday, but I'm going to also be trying to do Tuesday and Friday. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a fabulous day, and bye!